Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you know that every English verb has 4 important forms? These forms help us build all the tenses in English. Today we will learn how to use these forms correctly. My name is Elisa, your English teacher, and by the end of this lesson you will understand the 4 principal parts of English verbs, learn how verbs change in different tenses, identify irregular verbs and their unique forms, practice with examples, and a quick quiz at the end. So if you're ready, let's get started. Let's learn about the 4 principal parts of a verb. Every verb in English has 4 main forms, known as the principal parts of a verb. These forms help us create different tenses and express actions correctly. These are the principal parts that we are going to learn about. So first is the base form. Also, it is called infinitive. The second one is past tense form. Then we have past participle and present participle. Now let's take a look at the example of a regular verb in these 4 forms. So the base form is walk, to walk. It's an infinitive. Then in past tense we will say walked. Past participle also walked, and present participle is walking. Let's take a look at the irregular verb in these 4 forms. Go is the base form. Went is a past tense. Gone, past participle. And going, present participle. Now let's learn about each of these forms. So the base form, also called infinitive, is the root of the verb. What is it? This is the basic, unchanged form of the verb. It is the version of the verb you find in a dictionary. Common uses of the base form. We use the base form in present simple. For example, I work in an office. Work is the base form. Also, we use it to form infinitives. For example, I want to work in an office. To work is an infinitive. If you want to learn more about infinitives, you can check out this video on my YouTube channel, which is called Gerunds versus Infinitives. Here I explain very well what infinitives are and how to use them in your daily conversations. Also, we use the base form in commands. For example, open the door. Open the door is the command. So open is the base form which is used in commands. Past tense. The action happened before. What is it? The past tense shows that something happened at a specific time in the past. Please do not get confused between the past tense form and past simple tense. Now we are talking specifically about the form of the verb, which is called past tense. We are not talking about the past simple tense, okay? Also, regular verbs form the past tense by adding ed, while irregular verbs change completely. Let's take a look at the base form, at the past tense form, and at the examples. So the base form is walk. In past tense, we add ed and we get walked. For example, yesterday I walked to school. Play. Play is the regular verb. To form the past tense of the regular verb, we just add the ending ed and we get played. For example, we played soccer last night. Eat is the irregular verb. To form the past tense, we need to memorize the separate form, which is ate. Eat, ate in past tense. For example, she ate dinner at 7 p.m. Go is the irregular verb. The form in past tense is went. They went to the mall on Saturday. They went to the mall on Saturday. Now let's take a look at the common uses of past tense form. So we use it for completed past actions. For example, she studied for the test. This is the past simple tense, studied. Also to describe past habits. When I was young, I played outside a lot. So played is the past tense form, which is used in past simple tense. Also, it's important to know the spelling rules for regular verbs when we form the past tense form. For most verbs, you just simply add ending ed. For example, work, worked. For verbs ending in silent e, you just add d, which is obvious, right? Love, loved. If we have the silent e, we need to add just d. We shouldn't have two letters e, right? Next, verbs ending in consonant and y. If the verb ends in consonant and y, change y to I and add ed. For example, study, studied. You can see that study ends in consonant d. This is the consonant and letter y. If this is the case, you need to change y into an I and add ed. Studied. If you have a short verb with a vowel and a consonant, which is one syllable verb with a vowel and a consonant, you should double the final consonant. For example, stop, stopped. You can see that stop is a one-syllable verb and it ends with a vowel O and a consonant P, O, P. So in this case, you should double the letter P and add the ending ed. So this is how you spell it. Stop, stopped. If you would like to learn more how to spell the verbs ending with ed and ing, I recommend you watching this video, Spelling Rules Adding ed and ing. I recorded it 4 years ago, but still it's very useful. So if you would like to learn more about those spelling rules, please watch this video. You can find it on my channel. Also, I will leave the link in the description of this video. Now let's take a look at the past participle. Past participle used in perfect tenses. What is it? The past participle is used with have, has, had in perfect tenses. Have, has, and had, these are the helping verbs. Regular verbs form the past participle by adding ed, just like the past tense. But irregular verbs often have a different form that must be memorized. So let's take a look. We know that we have the base form, we have the past tense form, and now we are talking about the past participle form. Let's take a look at the examples. So the base form is walk. The past tense of this verb is walked. The past participle is exactly the same. Walked. For example, I have walked 10 miles today. This sentence is used in present perfect. The next example, see, saw, seen. Seen is the past participle form. For example, we have seen this movie before. This sentence is used in present perfect as well. Eat, ate is the past tense and eaten is the past participle. For example, she has eaten her lunch. This sentence is used in present perfect. Eaten. Write, wrote, written. Written is used in past participle. He has written 3 books. This sentence is used in present perfect. He has written 3 books. You can see that all the irregular verbs, such as see, eat, and write, have separate forms for past tense and for past participle. That's why the only way to know these forms is to memorize them. That's why I created a lesson for you about irregular verbs. I will leave the link for you in the description below. Common uses of past participle. We use past participle in present perfect. For example, I have finished my homework. In past perfect, she has left before I arrived. So left is the past participle form. Finished is the past participle form. Finish is the regular verb, so we add the ending ed, and left is the irregular verb, to leave, left, left. So left is the past participle form. Future perfect. She will have finished her homework before dinner. Will have finished. So finished is the past participle of the main verb. She will have finished her homework before dinner. If you are confused how to use all these tenses in English, I have a separate lesson for you. Learn all 12 tenses in 40 minutes. Again, you can find it on my channel, and I will leave the link in the description below. It's called Master the 12 English Tenses in 40 Minutes. Please check it out. Also, we use past participle in passive voice. For example, the cake was made by my mom. The cake was made. This is how we form the passive voice. And to form it, we need to use the past participle to make made, made. So made is the past participle form. The cake was made by my mom. Again, if you don't know how to use the passive voice, I have a lesson about it on my channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. And now let's learn about the present participle, the ing form. What is it? The present participle is the ing form of the verb. It is used in continuous or progressive tenses and as a gerund, which is a noun form of a verb. So let's take a look at the base form and at the present participle, and of course some examples. So the base form is walk. To form the present participle, you should add the ending ing, and you get walking. For example, I'm walking to school. I'm walking to school. This is the present continuous tense. Also, it can be called present progressive tense. I am walking to school. Run, running. So again, we should add the ending ing. She is running fast. Write, writing. They are writing a story. Go, going. We are going to the park. So again, you can see that to form the present participle form, you just need to add the ending ing to the verb. Now, common uses. As I said, we use the present participle in continuous or progressive tenses. For example, he was sleeping when I called. This is past continuous. Was sleeping. Sleeping is the present participle form of the main verb. Also, we use in gerunds, verbs acting as nouns. Swimming is my favorite sport. So swimming is the gerund. Again, if you don't know anything about gerunds, or if you know something but would like to learn more, please find the video on my channel about gerunds and learn about gerunds in depth. Also, it's important to know how to spell those verbs when you add the ending ing to them. For most verbs, you just add the ing. For example, walk, walking. For verbs ending in silent E, you should drop the E and add ing. For example, write, writing. Don't forget to drop that silent E and add ing. For short verbs with a vowel and consonant, double the final consonant. For example, run, running. Same as we would do when adding the ending ed. right? We should double that consonant N. Run, running. Great job! And now it's time to test your knowledge. Quick quiz. In the first task, you should fill in the blanks with the correct verb form. So these are the sentences. Please read them and fill in the blanks with the correct verb form. Write your answers in the comments below and I'm going to check them and get back to you as I did in the previous lessons. In the second exercise, you should identify the verb form used in these sentences. So these are the sentences. Please read them, think for a while, and write in the comments below which verb form is used in these sentences. For example, I have finished my homework. Finished. What verb form is this? Please write down in the comments below. Great job! Thank you for learning English with me. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments below. And of course, I'll see you in my next videos. See you soon. Take care.